And hello, you guys. How are we feeling today? I'm Luca from the Sim side of Luca. I'm a Sims 4 builder, and today we are gonna build in the beautiful world of Tartosa. And what I have planned for you guys today is absolutely insane. I really hope that this build blows your minds as much as it did mine. I'm not usually one that like compliments itself too much. But I did my thing with this one. I am sorry, you guys. I did my thing. I'm not gonna be humble. Uh, so sorry for today. But yes, I just really love this build. You guys are gonna see in a little bit. I basically tried to create a kind of like an Italian villa vibe, like a very big villa, and I decided to call it Villa Maria. um I don't know why, but it just like inspired me. And in Italy there are like a lot of people, women mostly, that their names are Maria. And also in my family, so it's kind of nice, to call it like that. And basically what brought me to this build in particular was some pictures that I saw on Pinterest and the storyline for my Sims. So, as you guys probably know from Twitter, one of my Sims, Adelaide, is getting married pretty soon. And obviously, I needed like a wedding venue thing. And I just didn't have any in my game. I did build some, but I didn't like them enough for her to wed in. You know what I mean? And so I was just like, I need some inspo. So I hopped on Pinterest and I saw some of the most beautiful pictures of a wedding venue that was basically inside a greenhouse. And that blew my mind. I was like, I want that. I absolutely want that. But obviously, I was like, okay, I can create a I can create a greenhouse with like the Budapest set, which I will talk about in a little second. But I also need a structure that like supports it, like a real house. And so I was like, what if I create a hotel, a full hotel where my Sims can stay at when they're not like wedding. So maybe after they wed for like their honeymoon, they can stay at this hotel. And I was like, let's do that. That is like a perfect thing to do. So that is exactly what we're doing here today. So we have basically about 6 rooms in total for this hotel. We have 2 smaller ones for like NPCs or other guests that you may want to invite. For example, if your Sim family is inviting all of her family to stay over, just like they're flying in to Tartosa to wed, they can host everybody at this hotel because you have like 6 rooms. So I think that's a really good use of it. But it's just a little suggestion. I always like to give you guys a little inspo for how to use my builds, but you can obviously do whatever you like, and the most important thing is just to have fun. So remember that always. But yes, what I was saying is that we have 6 rooms. I will talk a little bit more about them later. But we have that. We have a full sauna and pool area. We have a full restaurant. And then obviously in the most important part, which is the the wedding venue itself, we have the beautiful greenhouse, which has like the aisle where the bride walks in. You guys are gonna see it. I mean, you probably saw it in the cinematic already, and that's just like wow. Like to me, wow. That is literally like the only word that I can say right now. I'm still pretty much in shock that I built this. Like, that's the Sims that Luca. Ah! That's so nice. Also, little side note before I say anything else, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to speak 20 minutes. Like, that's a little crazy. I usually only speak for like 10, and I also don't know if you guys want to hear me speaking for 20 minutes. Like, damn. I know that I can sound annoying after a bit, so I'm so sorry for that. But I'm gonna try and do 20 minutes because I know that most of you guys like my little voiceovers. So we are now currently finishing up on the main structure, I believe. Well, no, actually not really. We still have like about 5 minutes. But I also saw some other inspo pictures on Pinterest of like different Italian villas, and there was this particular one that caught my attention because it had all of these how are they called? Not awnings, like those things that are on the windows. You guys see like the green ones, and it had like a lot of those, and I was like, oh, that is so Italian. If you guys don't know, I am Italian and I have these exact ones in my actual house, and I was like, oh, I need that. I need to add this. And then I was like, I need also a shape for the house. So I wanted it to be grand. I wanted it to be very impactful. And I hope it kind of translates. Also, I used tons and tons and tons of CC from the estate collection. Like I literally used every single part. And I just love it, you guys. I just love it. I cannot say anything else. Now we are landscaping a little bit. I also used plants from the estate set. I feel like they look very nice. I didn't go overboard with the what is this called? What did I just say? I don't know. With like all of the plants, because obviously it's a very heavy build for the most part. So I didn't want to like go overboard with everything. Like I chose my battles, you know, and I said, okay, let me try and like control myself a little. And see what I can go overboard with and what I can like stay back a little. So I stayed back a little bit with the landscaping, and I just like created these beautiful lines of greenery. And you guys will also see in a little bit, I will add some like ivy on the walls so that this place actually looks like it's been here for centuries. I just always love to do that, and I hope you guys appreciate it. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna talk about some things that are important for this build. Like obviously I still haven't done the CC list, but I know that it's probably gonna be pretty big, so I gotta prepare y'all for that. To facilitate the life of everyone, I decided to upload 2 different types of this build. I will upload a wedding venue only. Like both of them will be residential, and you have to change it because you know that's just better for like the save corruption thing, so it doesn't corrupt anything. So I will do one that is like a wedding venue. So it is basically just the entire house, but the only furnished part is the greenhouse, where you actually have everything that you need to have a wedding. So you know that's pretty self-explanatory. And then there will be a full version with also the hotel. So if you guys do not have maybe such a good PC that you can play with all of this, at least you can use the wedding venue, which is basically the entire reason why I created this, you know? And it is pretty breathtaking, to be honest. Like, it's really cinematic, with like all of the windows and like the light that comes through. It's pretty great. Now I am actually currently creating it, as you guys are seeing, and I had so much of a struggle with this. It took me about 2 hours and a half, I believe, if I remember correctly, to build this greenhouse only. Like, hello, that is a little insane. I went a little bit overboard, and especially for like the 2 things. One thing is that this lot is uneven. So, you know, like you have like usually like 50 tiles. Well, this one has like 51 tiles. So the greenhouse didn't really align with the house itself. So that was a first problem. Then, like the greenhouse itself, like the walls, the round walls were sometimes 1 tile big, and I needed at least 2 tiles because this beautiful Budapest set, which is very important, you guys download it if you have this build because it's literally the most important part. But yes, as I was saying, I basically had some problems with like some uneven walls that were like only 1 tile because this Budapest set only has like 2 tile windows and doors. So I had to like change the entire thing like 20 different times. But we are here. We did it, you guys. We made it, thankfully. Now I am adding a little bit of like the, not finishing touches, but like kind of finishing touches for like the exterior. So I'm adding, I don't know what this is called. What is this called? Like terrain? And I decided to have like a little centerpiece with a little fountain and some seating areas. So everything else looks like it's very unused. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but in these like villas, usually you do not enter on like the grass itself. You only walk through like little pathways. So that's kind of what I tried to do here. And again, I will just go here now in a little bit with like all of the rocks to like actually create a beautiful shape. and I kind of love how it turned out. I kind of do. Oh, also another thing that I really love is like these double arches that you see that are like on like the double height, like two different walls. They are new by Alexandre from like the last estate set. I think it's like part 14 probably. And wow, can I just say wow? I absolutely love them. I'm gonna use them so much. I also want to build like a little horse ranch, like old money style. So I'm definitely gonna use those. I feel like I'm gonna have so much fun with it, but I still haven't really planned it, so it's gonna be in a long time most probably. Also like to facilitate you guys downloading the builds, you know, and not having like too much early access thingies. But yes, we're still landscaping right now, and while I landscape, I'm just gonna talk you through a little bit of like the most important sets that you will need for this build, because so you don't have to like replace 100 things. First of all, obviously the estate set, like I said, I literally use all of the parts, just download them all. I literally put everything in here. Then the Budapest set, I'm not gonna tell you guys the creator because I really don't remember the names, I'm so sorry. But the Budapest is really important. It's basically like the entire greenhouse. I'm definitely gonna put it like at the beginning of the Patreon post so you guys don't get too lost. The spiky set by Cibulet, because it's basically all of the rocks that are like around, and obviously you don't want to spend like an hour and a half like placing single rocks, so definitely download that set because I use it a lot too in my other builds. The groove set, I use it a lot for all of the plants in the inside of the greenhouse that we are starting now. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Obviously the wisteria by Cowbuild, if you guys like the hanging wisteria that we will see in a little second, and the Gatsby flower by Alexandre, which are these flowers that you guys saw in like the golden vase. This is the wisteria I was talking about by Cowbuild. Absolutely insane, absolutely lovely. I will definitely have it up for free because you guys know Cowbuild always has like paywall CC, but obviously there are some workarounds and we builders love some workarounds to have you guys all enjoy our builds, so you know, you'll find it there. But yes, now I'm basically creating the main aisle for like the wedding venue, and it's gonna look so magical in a little second, you guys. I use these flowers from I don't remember if it's Organic. No, I think it's from Groove set by Alexandre. And oh my god, I just love it. In a little second I will rotate some of them so it looks a little bit more natural. That is definitely a thing that I will tell you guys to do if you ever build something and you have like a lot of things like symmetrical. Try to rotate some of the things so it looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more realistic, you know, because not everything is gonna always be lined up perfectly, you know, in real life. So yes, you have like this little podium where the what is it called, like host can stay and celebrate the wedding, and you have all of these beautiful candles. At night this place is magical. You guys will see in a little second. I will try and change like the night and day lighting, and I just love it. I'm also adding a few of these tables here at the entrance where guests can basically place all of their little gifts. And if you guys have that mod, I don't remember what is it called, basically there is a mod that at a wedding you can write on a journal thoughts for the couple, and it's very, very nice. I know that Noel. I know that Nisha Mansims used it in one of her videos, and I have been loving that ever since, but I don't remember the name of the mod. I'm so sorry, you guys. But you can definitely use it with one of those tables. I think it will be perfect. Now here I am adding obviously everything for like the actual after ceremony where your Sims can eat, drink, and party. This area in particular just to eat. And as you guys can see, there's like a little couple, a table for like the newlywed couple. And then on the other side of the greenhouse, there is the party area. This is where you come after midnight. This is where the lights go down and you go lower. I'm so sorry, y'all. And it has like this very beautiful magical area with like the harp and the piano. I really like it. And I don't know if you guys saw this. Probably yes in the intro. This greenhouse is like so beautiful when you look up to it, because it's like very, very high, very, very tall ceilings, and it has like these beautiful chandeliers hanging down. It's very magical, you guys. I don't know how to explain it. But now I'm adding this thing that I saw in one video. I don't remember from who it was, but they also created like a wedding venue, and I stole this idea, not gonna lie. I wanted to have these like the room where the bride gets ready into, and I think it turned out so pretty, you guys. I feel like it's very realistic. You know, there's like a little makeup station, there's a station to try on your clothes, and one to just like change your clothes after that. And I also did the same one for the husband. Obviously, if you are doing like two husbands, like just use one, or like change, like copy and paste. And if you're doing two wives, obviously same thing, you know. But I just started to do like a his and hers because it's like a little bit more fun to build, honestly, and I can give you like a bit of variety. And yes, obviously the male one is a little bit more on the silver tones and like the bluish, while the rest, like the female one, was all in the golden tones. I really like it. Now that is all that you will get from the from like the wedding venue type. Like if you download until here, it's what you will see in the build. Everything that you will see from now on is only with like the full version, because obviously it's the actual hotel. And right now we are in the main entrance. I really like how this turned out, I'm not gonna lie. I love the green. I love me some green, especially after like the obsession from Ashford Plays of her like green and like dark wood. I just kind of became obsessed with it too, and I decided to start using it, and I love it. I cannot stop. I'm so sorry, y'all. And oh my god, this area is so beautiful. I tried to do like this indoor pool, and I was playing around with some arches, and I saw, ooh, this estate arch is really cool. What if I put like a mirror behind it? And it works so beautifully, you guys. It works really beautiful. I really like how this turned out. It gives you like that elevated vibes, while still being a very simple idea, you know. Then we have a little massage area here, and obviously also a place where you can do your little nails if you want to. I'm also adding a kitchen. I mean, there will be multiple kitchens actually. This is the first one, that is like the main one upstairs. And if it works for your gameplay, if you're using Lot 51's mod, like the Sweet Life, to actually make this hotel functional. I didn't say that, but it's pretty obvious that that was the mod that you need to use. Hopefully you can use it correctly. I think you need to rotate the door the other way though, so keep that in mind. But there's also another kitchen downstairs, like hidden downstairs. So if that kitchen doesn't work, you can just use the other one, you know. Just so you know. I'm so sorry for the confusion, you guys. And obviously we have a little restaurant also on the inside, you know, for all of the themes that are here for like the hotel and not the wedding. Pretty self-explanatory. And now we are gonna build about 3 rooms, and then I'm just gonna call it a day and end the video, because obviously the rooms are pretty much the same. As I was saying, there are 3 types of rooms, and there is 2 of each type, so they're literally the same but in different fonts, let's just say that. So this is the first one. This is like the medium size room that I was talking about, and I just love how it turned out. I also use pretty much the same CC for every room, so you guys don't have to download 300,000 gigabytes of CC. I really tried to contain myself, as I said, you guys. And I just love how the bathroom turned out. I don't know why this beautiful like pinkish beige color feels like really Italian, because it reminds me of Stucco Veneziano, and it's really nice. Obviously there are also a lot of outdoor areas actually. I forgot to mention that, but these medium rooms also have the balcony, while the smallest one do not have it, which is here that I'm doing it right now. Yes, this is basically just like the small one. It has a little closet, a little bathroom, and that's it. And now we're gonna go to the last room, which is the biggest one, which is like the presidential suite, and it's gigantic, you guys. It has a full working wardrobe, it has a full room, as you guys can see, and it also has a full gigantic bathroom and a gigantic balcony that I did not furnish, you guys, because I really didn't know what to put in there. So I'm so sorry, you guys, in advance. But yes, you guys, this was basically all for today's videos. If you like today's videos and build, please do not forget to give it a big like, hit the little subscribe button, and also the notification one so you never miss out on new videos. Lots of love. The same side of Luca. Mwah! Love you all.